Go.
One Direction.
Right at it. Twittering after the World Series.
Got any questions out there? Let's go. Anybody?
Anybody already?
Wow.
Well, welcome to FanFest. I'm Larry Krueger from KNBR Radio. You guys know these gentlemen? Brandon Belt, Giants first baseman. And this guy who's got like 6 National League division titles in 18 years with the Padres and Giants, Bruce Bochy. So hey, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions, and we have one mic or 2 mics? 2 mics circulating, so if you want to ask a question to either Brandon or Bruce, feel free, and they'll wander around. I'll start off to get this thing rolling. And Bruce, I mean, why don't we start with you? Incredible year, incredible run in the postseason, hit all the right buttons in October. What's the key to doing that?
Well, the key is to have the players come through. You're making the moves, but really, it always comes down to these guys and what a job they did. And Brandon, you saw his development. Probably as a coach, a manager, we all.
Go ahead, continue, Bruce.
And Madison, you have to deal with the ups and downs that he has sometimes, but then he gets in the World Series and pitches unbelievable games like he did in 2010. So these players, I just think they deserve so much credit for the job they did.
Hey, one quick one for Brandon Belt. Rookie year, I mean, basically you broke in, had a full year. Much better second half than the first half. What was the difference for you, second half to the first half?
I'm going for that.
You jump in on him?
Well, I hit a home run before he did.
I knew that was coming.
That was definitely part of it. I could not be upstaged by Bum, that's for sure. I think I had to get back to the whole team oriented, go out there and play every game to help the team win. And I think once you do that, it kind of helps you out personally too. And that's what it was, just basically just a change of mindset. I was going to go out there every day and do what I could to kind of help us get into the playoffs. When I did that, everything changed for me. I started seeing the ball better. Everything just kind of fell into place, and then the rest was history.
So we'll open it up to you guys in a minute. I got one from Madison Bumgarner. First of all, let's welcome Madison Bumgarner. You're like 12 years old, right? You're 23, right? Hey, talk about your start in October, because you had a couple of incredible years. Maybe you got a little fatigued at the second half of the year, but man, Rigetti and Mark Gardner did a nice job. Off on the side, kind of getting you ready for a start in October, and you knocked it out of the park. So tell us about what kind of adjustments you made.
Well, there's so much stuff goes into it that you can't see just, watching TV, watching the games. Your body's got to feel the same every time you go out there, and it's not going to. So you got to be able to make adjustments, to work through it. And we took a step forward that game, trying to figure some stuff out, and it worked. It just it didn't completely fix it, but it made it to where I could make pitches that game, and that's all you got to do. You don't have to be throwing 100 miles an hour. If you can just make pitches and let your defense work, then that's all you got to do.
Absolutely. All right. Let's open it up to the fans. We got a couple microphones. Why don't you raise your hand if you want to be the first one? We have a little presentation here.
My name is McLean Otterback, and my grandmother died in November, and she had a heart attack in February, which caused sundowners Bumgarner here. That's what she called you. Anyway, it caused her. She didn't know where she lived at times, but at night she knew where she lived because the Giants were on. And she would. It helped her when she got to put on the nightgown. It helped her to go to bed. She would go to bed, and then she wouldn't fall down the next day. You know, she would have a good day the next day. And she raised me. You know, that woman, she loved me so much. You understand? I love her so much. I miss her, but this is the first season without her. It's really hard, and I miss her. And I want to thank you. You guys are on our backs now.
You want to give this to Bruce?
You guys are on our backs, and I love you. It's hard, she wasn't the vegetable, you know. I don't want you guys to think she was a vegetable. She used to love Barry Zito. She thought she was the most handsome man. And she used to talk about his butt. And one time when he was readjusting his cuff, he said, "Why is he doing that? I do that for him."
Hey, thank you very much for coming on up. Do you want to present that to them?
It's like when you were taking bars with them.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, you guys get a first-hand glimpse right there of what Giants baseball means to a lot of people. And the one thing about this club, I think you guys kind of realize where you sit in the pecking order of Giants fans. And Brandon, talk about that for a second, just to see a guy get emotional and talk about his mother and grandmother, I should say, and what Giants baseball meant to her.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty unbelievable for me. You know, I grew up an Astros fan, so you can imagine there's not a lot of great fans down there as far as that goes. So when I get up here, you know, it's like a family tradition to be a Giants fan. It's unbelievable. It's a very underrated part of our game. We come out to the field every day, and the stands are full. And they just bring all this energy, and the players just kind of feed off of it. And you know, it just raises the intensity level, and in return, it makes us play better. So what people don't know about it is a very underrated part of our game. They're a huge reason why we were able to win the World Series last year.
Well, this is one of the more dominant teams at home, by the way, San Francisco Giants. Do we have another question? You over here, the microphone over here. Young fan, what's your name?
I'm Lyle.
Lyle, go ahead, fire away with your question.
What is the, this is for Madison, what is the best moment you've got for your hometown?
Best moment of your career so far?
The first World Series was pretty special, but being able to fight through all the struggles of the end of the season last year and then come back and throw a good start in the World Series last year in 2012, that's probably my favorite so far.
Hey, by the way, come on up here. I want to let everybody see this beard. It's a classic look. There we go. Very nice. Young Giants fan. All right, do we have somebody over here with another question for the guys? Go ahead, say your name and where you're from.
Paul, Emeryville. I live in Emeryville. Bruce, in Game 4 of the 1980 NLCS, there was a collision at home plate between you and Pete Rose. Have you seen this picture before? What my question is today, thank you for the 2 championships, by the way. You're a magnificent manager. My question today is regarding the base runners and the catchers at home plate. What do you think the rules should be for Major League Baseball?
Yeah, I'm actually still trying to get the managers together and get this rule change at home plate. I mean, we saw what happened with Buster. And if you look at football and you see all the flags being thrown when you hit a defenseless player, quarterback, or a receiver, well, a catcher can be defenseless at times. So what I'd like to see is have an area in front of home plate where you can't hit the catcher, you can't run into him. You have to go for home plate. And what happened in that situation with Buster, where the runner wasn't trying to hit home plate, he hunted the catcher, which is what they do. To me, well, let's make it an open game. Why not hit the first baseman? He's the fence leader. When I played, you could roll into the second baseman, but they changed that rule. I take it personal, being a catcher, that they haven't protected him at all. Now they're saying, okay, he's got gear on. That gear does not protect him. And I'm just really worried that we're going to carry a catcher off paralyzed because we don't protect him. So they're still talking about it. Joe Torre, he's getting, I think, a little bit more open-minded, hopefully, and we will see a change in that rule to where the runner can't barrel into him, because these guys are getting bigger and faster, and I just hate to see somebody paralyzed.
Hey, Bruce, I got a quick follow-up on that. We saw pretty physical play in the playoffs, Cardinals, Matt Holliday, and Marcos Scudero. How much do you think your club used that as a, I don't want to say rallying cry, but I mean, a couple days later, Holiday, 6'4", 220, not in the lineup. Scudero, whatever he is, 5'9" and 5'10", he was in the lineup, and you guys played incredible baseball. It seemed like really came together from that incident. What did that on the field, play at second do to your club, you think?
Well, I do think it is a play that probably fired up some guys. I think if you ask each player, they don't think this was something intentional by Holiday. He plays hard, he does, and but he did cross the line there. He admitted it there for a while, then he backed off. But things like that do fire up the players, including the player itself. What's amazing to me is Scudero came back and he played, and not just played, but ended up getting MVP and playing the type of ball that he did. But anything like on the field, these guys care about each other. They love each other. They have each other's backs, and I'm sure the guys want it help motivate them even more when that happens.
Hey, we got a question over here for any of the guys. Go ahead, we'll get the microphone circulating over there. Go ahead, just say your name and what your question is.
Austin, and I want to know, Brandon, what was your favorite part of the World Series?
First of all, I think it was clinching the World Series. I mean, that was pretty special for me, obviously. That's the first time we were able to do that. But I think after going like 0 for 50, getting that first hit in the last game was pretty special. Because then I can actually say that I helped the team win. Those two really stick out in my head.
So we got Madison Bumgarner up here, Bruce Bochy, Brandon Bell, all of them taking a back seat to the great Ray Woodson, who's in the house.
We need no help here, Larry. We need no help.
We have another question over here. I know the mic circulating. What's your name?
Mary.
Go ahead.
This is for Bumgarner. I was wondering, do you have a normal, consistent pre-game routine that you do, maybe with diet or whatever it is you do before the game?
No, baseball's a really superstitious game, but I try to be the opposite of that. I don't want to be superstitious. I don't want to, there's enough stuff gets in our head as it is. I don't want to let that, nothing. I just, whatever. The only routine I have is I'll start stretching about the same time, but that's just, you got to get ready for the game. But nothing, no superstitious routine, nothing.
No game day chicken enchiladas a la Ryan
Hey, ask a question. How to get so tall?
Got another question over here?
No, you asked.
How to get so tall?
Question for Bob. Prediction, how many home runs?
We'll get you the mic here. She's making her way over to you.
Make way there. Very good. Quick question for Bob. From a hitting perspective, prediction on how many home runs?
For me? Well, I'm going to go for Barry's record this year.
That's actually, it brings up a decent point. I personally prefer the National League style ball. Bruce has been around. What do you think? I mean, a lot of people say me and Fitz get in this argument all the time. He says, "Oh, I can't stand watching the pitchers hit." I think it adds a layer of intrigue. What do you think? I mean, do you like the NL style ball, or would you rather see the pitchers sitting in DH?
No question. I prefer the National League. I think the pitchers are part of the game. They can help themselves, whether it's getting a butt down or a big hit, which they did in the postseason. Woodson got a big hit run there for us. It's just a different game. When we go to the American League, it's almost like I'm getting a day off because there's no move to be made unless maybe you pinch hit late in the game. But you just let that pitcher go. Sometimes the scorer will dictate whether you have to take him out or not. He may be throwing a heck of a game, and in the 6th, 7th inning, we're down 2 runs. I may have to hit for them. They don't like it, but it's the game that dictates that. Or there's just more strategy with the pitcher hitting, I think. And I think if you ask the pitchers, I think they enjoy it too. They rather hit. Well, I'll speak with Madison. Maybe not Zito.
Some would, some won't. He got a knock against Verlander though, right? Zito.
Yeah, I mean,
He owns Verlander.
Yeah.
how about the bunt Zito late against the Cardinals? I mean, things like that wins games.
Go ahead. Do we have another question over here? Got the mic circulating. Go ahead, say your name and fire the question away.
I'm Joe from Concord. This question's for Bruce Bochy, by the way. Love you, man. 2 champions. All right. Twice in 3 years. All right. My question is, when are tryouts for the team?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, coming up Tuesday, yeah.
All right. I'm a lefty pitcher. You feel me? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your pitchers on Tuesday.
Okay. All right. What? Scottsdale?
That's pitchers and catchers. Yeah.
All right.
Don't be late.
All right.
Competition's pretty stiff.
What's that?
Trying to take my job over there?
Yeah.
Security.
All right.
Security.
Love you. Hey, I love you, MadBum. All right.
Go ahead. Hey, one of the things I wanted to ask you, Bruce. I don't think you guys get it done without Lincecum doing his thing in the bullpen. And to me, that was a selfless act. I mean, we're talking about a guy 2-time Cy Young Award winner, easily could have had a big attitude and copped a big me, and he didn't. And I thought he pitched huge for you. Talk about that element. And would you like to see teams go to like an extra starter out of the pen, try to shorten games a little bit, because it was really effective for you guys in October.
Oh, it was, and he was probably our best option at that time as far as having the starter come out of the bullpen and to have a weapon like that. And the only way it worked really was Timmy was all in on it. When I approached him, when Dave Rigetti and I, he said, "Hey, no problem. I just want to help us win." And and that's what it takes. It takes 25 unselfish guys to have one goal. Different roles that I may put him in. I may put him in left field, or when Buster would go to first base, Scudero played third base. We went bullpen by committee. Not once did a guy ever come to my office and bend my ear. They just wanted to go out there and help the team win, and that's, to me, that was the biggest reason why we got it done.
Absolutely. You want to add
something? That don't happen on many other teams. I mean, that's not just a normal thing. Everybody, being all in together, it's a big deal.
Absolutely. It's something we haven't seen. We got a question over here? Right here. Go ahead, what's your name?
I'm Kaylee from Lodi, and I'm a huge Giants fan. I have a question for both Bumgarner and Bumgarner. What made you guys want to play baseball?
Great question. What made you want to play baseball? Why don't we start with Brandon?
I'm not really sure because I grew up in a house where my dad was a football coach and he coached basketball as well, and he hated baseball. Absolutely hated it. He tried to deter me from playing baseball as much as he could. He tried to, just did everything he could to keep me from playing. But it was just one of those things that I was always drawn to throwing the ball and hitting the baseball, and ever since I was like 2 years old. So I started playing when I was 8 and I haven't stopped since, so hopefully I can keep going.
How about you, Madison?
Well, I could always throw hard when I was younger, and all my friends were mean, so I decided to play baseball and just hit them all the time.
Good answer. Good answer. Go ahead, Ray. You got one?
Well, Brandy, you take a football mentality into baseball when you started, or did your dad have to, like you said, maybe you were doing it to get away from your dad's preference?
You know, I think I took the football mentality at first because that's just the way we grew up. That's how he raised us in the house. It was a lot of, you know what, life's not fair, so what? If stuff doesn't go your way, you know, you just got to get over and move on. And there's a lot of adversity in baseball, and I think it's definitely helped me throughout my career.
So now we got to throw the non-baseball question to Brandon. So the World Series ends. I'm flipping channels with my daughter one night watching TV, and there's the Country Music Awards. Zeitz is up there doing his thing, and then here came Brandon Belt, introducing Leanne Rimes, maybe?
No, it was Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. Are you a country western guy?
I like country. I mainly went for my wife. She loves it. And we knew somebody that works at Fox. So we had tickets to go anyway and watch the show. Well, she calls me, and I said this last night too. She calls me and is like, she's not even asking if I can do it. She's asking me if I can get a hold of Buster or Matt Cain. Somebody, hey, can you ask these guys to come present? So I tried calling them, and Buster said no, and Matt said no, so they were stuck with me. And I got up there, and I was so nervous. Like it
was a packed house too.
Yeah, it wasn't. It ruined my day up until that point. I was so mean to my friends and my wife. I didn't want to talk to them. Then I got up there and just had a blast, you know. And Carrie gave me that kiss, and pretty much made that.
I understand you can sing a little too. Karaoke.
Absolutely not.
Are you gonna break us off a little ditty here? Come on.
No, not at all. I love to party. I like karaoke, but I can't sing. You want me to sing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to. So.
All right, we got another question. We got the mic over here. Go ahead. What's your name?
Rob from Petaluma. And you know, that's farm country up there, and it's Valentine's Day coming up in Madison. I'm wondering if you got some advice on calves or starting out a little farm, what I should be doing. And does she like it? And what's its name?
You can't go wrong with a baby calf. That's what you should get. 100%. And every husband in here, get your wife a baby cow for your Valentine's Day.
Go ahead, do we have one on this side?
Yeah.
This side right here. A lot of people want to ask questions to you guys. It's amazing what 2 World Series in 3 years will do. People are very inquisitive. Go ahead, say your name.
My name's Danielle, and I have a question for Brandon. Can we look forward to It's Gonna Be Beat by NSYNC as your walk-up song?
You know what? I've never picked my walkout song just because I feel like you were judged so much on your walkout song. I don't want to be judged like that. So I'm leaving it up to actually the students at my high school. They're going to vote on it. I'm hoping for maybe some NSYNC. That would be good. So we'll see. I don't know.
Hey, I got one for Bruce and for Madison. A lot of talk. We saw kind of a scary thing happen in the World Series. I forget who hit it, but one giant hitter hit a line drive, a glancing shot off Doug Fister's head. And he stayed in the game. I mean, I thought that was incredible. This year, I think they're talking about using some Kevlar-based innards to a hat. Are we going to see that in the regular season? It weighs 4.3 ounces. Is that something that would deter? Do pitchers not want to wear an extra heavy hat? What do you think?